Right, hello everyone and welcome to the Cone Racing League. I'm joined here today by Pheasant, or Dan. We are in the second semi-final. Hopefully you can hear him. I know last week he did some lovely commentary that was heard by absolutely no one. But yeah, we got Being Serious versus the Flying Dutchman. Flying Dutchman are a man down, so see how that goes. But they seem to be the strongest team, so them getting knocked out might mix things up a bit. Me and Jamie. It's been a long time since I've done commentary with Jamie. I think it was early season 3. Yeah. Yeah, him and Yogurt. But they can't do that at the moment because I think Yogurt's in this race himself. Yeah, I've just read that. Alright. Yeah, no, I've done plenty of commentary. Co-commentators can always be heard, so. Right, well for now you just got me. Hopefully Pheasant can get his technical issues sorted. But he was talking, Nathan, so. But yeah, one-shot qualifying soon to be underway. There are 3 tracks today. We've got Austria, Vietnam, and I've forgotten what the last one is. I will check again. Austria, Vietnam, and Belgium. So we ended off with Spa. So here we go. Yogurt leading out the first corner of qualifying. Oh, and Raf is retired. I'm not sure if that was caused by a crash or a DNF. If you went wide turn 1, that could have been what it was. Yogurt's still holding the lead here. So it looks like he's still got it. Pheasant, have you checked in the party settings to see if you're sharing your audio?
Yeah, I've just done it now. I'm going to just see in a sec as well if that sorted it, because I have just had to put. I went into settings in the individual. It says share your voice, and it didn't say allow, so I've now said allow. But I'd already sorted that in settings once over.
Yeah. So there we go. Yogurt gets the pole by how much was that? 7 point a little bit thousandths. Ah, they can hear you. Nice. Whatever you did, it seemed to have worked.
Oh, we're good? We're good.
Here we go. This is our qualifying. Yogurt getting the pole. Seeb not that far behind him. A second back to AJ. And another second back to Murphy and 4-star, with J Wills and Raf not getting the time in.
Yeah, so good evening once again. All I'd really said was that Being Serious consisted of Yogurt, AJ, 4-star and Murphy, and the Flying Dutchman with J Wills, Seeb, Tim unfortunately couldn't be here, and Rafbo.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to get it, because Seeb certainly is very strong, and as are the other 2 guys in Flying Dutchman. And last week I know round 1 they got maximum possible points. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 and fastest lap, so seemed very strong. This might be their downfall.
Puts them in good stead though for the semis, and I think I said earlier on, which won't have been heard either, that it's Team 14 and the Throttle Bottlers that are going to be racing later on with yourself and Jamie, which you'll have heard that bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure who to give it to there. I think Team 14 is the stronger team. I know only 3 of the original guys. So only one of the original guys who was going to be on that team race. But here we go. 5 lights. And away they go. So, give me a quick second. It looks like Yogurt has got it. He's kept the lead. Seeb just behind him. A little bit of contact further down. Yoggurt with a fairly definite lead. Bit of action going on further back down the order.
Will's just getting by Murphy. Forstar's gone
Ooh.
on the outside. It looks like Rathbone's lost a bit of his front wing going into turn 3. Remus. Forstar gets the move done against Murphy, and I think that demoted Rathbone at the back with probably some wing damage now.
Yeah, saw that. Rath didn't brake early enough, got caught out.
Rath has lost his front left end plate by the looks of his car there, so he's going to have a hard time there at the back behind Murphy. Already starting to pull away just a little bit, 7/10.
Yeah, as J Wills up 2 positions, Murphy down 2. So that's in the favour of Flying Dutchman. However, they are only a 3-man team. They need all of them to have strong finishes on every race. It's already a second gap between AJ and J Wills.
Yeah. We're all got to be careful here, because penalties will definitely come into play. J Wills went very wide on the first corner there. Maybe had a little warning for his off-track limits.
Yeah, but actually he's built up a bit of a gap to 4-star, which might come in handy. Already at the back, gap's building up. Rath choosing not to replace his front wing.
Yeah, quite a lot of pressure considering what's happened to Rathbone at the start there. Quite a lot of pressure on J Wills 4-star. Sorry, not J Wills and Seeb.
Seeb, purple middle sector, does not seem to be losing too much on Yoggurt. Small mistake there by Yoggurt, costs him a couple of tenths. And already AJ is more than the second out. This might mean that Seeb can isolate Yoggurt for his DRS and not have to worry about being attacked from behind as he gets fastest lap.
It's a good start.
Bit of a rough exit, but of course brings that back with the DRS.
Because it's only 5 laps though, what do you think about, you know, the fact that Seeb, if he was to slow down, could hold AJ up a little bit and give J Wills a chance to get closer? Or is that too risky a tactic?
He could give it a go. The problem is that, you know, these top 3 guys, all of them in the top 2 pots, and those are, not sure if that was contact or not, but either a mistake there or a tiny touch by Seeb causing Yoggurt to drift. It could be worth it, but, you know, now Seeb's got the lead, he could try. Ultimately, he's been teamed up against by 2 people. They'll have DRS to work together. And J Wills, you know, he hasn't quite got the pace really to fight either of them. Maybe AJ. Definitely not Yoggurt, as Yoggurt gets 2... Sorry, J Wills and Yoggurt both get 2 seconds.
Yeah, that final corner, maybe taking a little bit too much of it on the left-hand side. What I would say is AJ has obviously shortened that right up from being outside a second right to 3/10, and literally on the exhaust of Yoggurt, he'll have a good chance with the DRS, but because there's a bit of a line, I think he won't be able to get the move done before turn 3. Looks like the front 2 are going to go for it though. Seeb looks to take... Yoggurt goes to try and take it back. Seeb with the undertake. Doesn't manage to make it stick, but he is going to have DRS.
Yeah, and he's up the inside.
A little bit of defending, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop him getting by. Oh, good driving.
Oh, he's holding it. Didn't do what we saw too often at the weekend. Now, of course, interestingly, in their current finishing position, Seeb still gets pole. Sorry, still gets P1. All he needs to do is keep AJ behind and make sure that Yoggurt does not get too far away. So actually, it might have been smart for Yoggurt to hold off a bit. I mean, he could try and back him into him.
Well, I thought that about AJ. I was thinking, is AJ better not just sitting and being happy with third because of the potential problems that he could cause trying to make the pass?
Yeah, you can see him gaining massive amounts. He's not going to be able to make the move, but he can stick his nose around the outside. Might have cost him a bit of exit speed. Just looking right, the rest of the grid spread out quite a bit by this point. This is where the real battle's happening. Oh,
yeah. Ooh, it's contact.
A little bit of touch in there. Nothing really becomes of it. I think that was Yoggurt drifting over too much too soon. But doesn't really matter. Now we're all in the last lap. I forget that Austria's a fairly short track, so it looks like Seeb is going to get the win here. It didn't feel like the last lap. The race was still going quite heavily. But yeah, I think that's judgment error by Yogurt not letting AJ go for it.
Potentially.
And there we go, Sieb getting the win for his team. AJ getting second and Yogurt getting third down to penalties. Jay Wills only just staying 2 seconds ahead of 4-star. He's a 2/10 gap after penalties were accounted for. However, this is still points against Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, I think Rathbone's done very well as well, considering how much damage he got in the first test to even stay within, I think it was about 6-7 seconds that he managed to stay inside, which he was always going to have a hard time there after that first couple of corners. Was it third corner he got that damage? Second lap, something like that.
Yeah, but no, some good racing up front going on.
A superb race. Chopping and changing for the leads, what you want to see. Some great driving as well, as you mentioned. The Grand Prix itself didn't provide as safe a driving and respectful driving as what we've just seen there in a Cup semi-final. So,
yeah, actually, Sieb getting the fastest lap. I believe the top 4 drivers, if you get their points, they cancel each other out. So, first and fastest lap and fourth is the same as second and third.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it will mean that. What's that? 2, 4, and 6. So yeah, an 8-point advantage to being serious, if my maths is correct. I'm not going to trust my maths if I'm being honest, but certainly a valiant effort by Flying Dutchman to even be this close to the point where it is competitive, just the 3 of them.
Indeed so. First and fourth, and if Rathbone gets a little bit more luck in the next race, maybe he can fight along with the rest of them as well. Shake it up a little bit in the second race, Vietnam.
Yeah, on to Vietnam. That's going to be a bit of an interesting one. I assume you're tallying up the points. What is the points? Or was that not what you were doing?
Me?
Yeah.
No. What all I've done is just put next to all of the names where they came in the race, so I could tie it up at the end. But
Alright.
I couldn't remember off the top of my head how the points work numbers wise.
Yeah. Oh, let's delete that one. Wait, my maths was correct. It's 37-29.
Cool.
Cleaner than last week, that's for sure. You're not wrong. Close racing, not dirty racing this time. Seems the increased threats are either paying or the drivers are just being that much smarter at the track. Austria is quite an easy track.
It's certainly
they're
an
in
easier track.
Yeah, it was Silverstone, the dirty one last week. That was an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, there's a certain select amount of corners in that track that are very common for people to go for overtakes, and some of them are brave. You see a lot in Stowe. I think was it Nathan? I think got into a collision on going round Stowe. Is it turn? I can't remember which one. It's after the Hanger Straight. 14 maybe. Does that ring a bell? Not sure. But yeah, very interesting corner.
Yeah, here we go, looking like Sieb holding it through the first corner, although AJ getting up front. Top 3 changing up positions. Sieb looking like he's on top. Now the problem here is getting 5th is equal points to getting 6th and 7th.
Right.
Which does mean that J Wills might have to venture into that 3rd position in order to pull anything off.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they're just going to get a slight loss every time, even if it is a Sieb first, fastest lap. And Raff
Well, currently it looks
first.
like, Rathbone looks like you might have a bit more pace than 4-star currently on this lap, and that can all change. He's actually gone ahead of Murphy. Oh, and there's been a crash. AJ has actually crashed coming out of the corner at the bottom of the track. Completely spun, took. It didn't look like he got any damage, actually. It doesn't look too bad.
I think 4-star did as well, so that's 2 of them, both 4-star and AJ. It's just looking good for being serious.
Yeah, Foster has. He's just getting back up to speed. This is one of them tracks that are very, very unforgiving. All it takes is a little twitch too early or too late and you're in bother. Or even getting on the power, as we've just seen AJ on a very, very slippy corner at the end of such a long straight, to hammer on the brakes.
There we go.
Make his stick coming back out.
Yoggett has got pace around here. 6/10 over Sieb.
Well, Jay Wills has got that third position that you were talking about, whether or not
Yeah,
can make
if
that
he
stick
can hold
now,
it.
but he's got Rathbone to protect him a little bit if he can play his cards right, Rathbone. This is not the easiest track to get by people.
Well, you got
that very,
dirty
very long
scrape,
straight,
yeah. I think if you overtake
certainly not
someone
around
like
the corners.
Yeah, well, you overtake them on the straight, they hit you back by the end.
Well, this is it, yeah. Certainly on a couple of the longer ones, it's very, very possible. After turn 3, that horrible right-left before a little straight, I find that so difficult to get right.
Yeah, but well, if Yoggett can get first position here, that will almost guarantee that his team get more points than the other team. So we'll see how it goes for them. But it is currently looking in the favour of being serious.
Well, it looks good, and Yoggett's obviously got pace, so we had Sieb with the win and fastest lap last time. Can we see a reversal? And Yoggett do the same? It would make Belgium interesting, which is the third race we'll have.
Worst track on the game. I think I'm going to agree with that. I'm not sure I've ever raced it. I may have once or twice, but not in the last 8 months. If I have,
it's not a good. Doesn't tend to be a go-to track for many people. This
race underway, and it looks like they've held their second, third, and fourth. Although Raf going wide there, losing it to AJ. Sieb unable to get past Yoggett as of yet, but AJ all the way up to fourth. But still plenty of time. 4-star also past Murphy. I think maybe more of a tactical decision.
Potentially.
AJ
gone.
Yeah, I was thinking
he's going to get a move on Jay Wills. Yeah, it was a brave one to go for there, but I think that's enabled Jay Wills to get a better launch down the straight.
Yeah, and I think there may be a warning given to AJ for that one. That might cost him further down, get a 2-second penalty. Now the problem here is for Jay Wills, he's already out of that 1-second range of his teammate, which leaves him vulnerable down the straight.
And you've just seen AJ really upshifted very early to get the grip around that corner to come back out. That, of course, is the same corner he span in the one-shot qualifier. Series of such fast corners, these.
I think actually Jay Will's taking these very well. It might be because he's got a high downforce setup, but he's doing well through the corners.
Yeah, I'm just in the car with AJ, actually, in the cockpit with AJ, and watching Jay Wills in front, and he is holding his own really well.
Yeah, well, and I'm in the same thing as you, AJ's cockpit. Sort of expecting an overtake, but actually just got a very good performance by Jay Will in front of us.
Rathbone a little bit wide in the first corner, 4-star catching a little bit there.
Ooh, Jay Will's not too sure of the line, bit hesitant there. Actually forces AJ to back up a bit. Are either of them going to get close enough from move? I don't think they are. Yoggett building that gap to Sieb. And AJ might be getting quite frustrated here. I know he's not the least patient driver I've ever met, but he's not the most patient one I've ever met.
4-star's just about to take Rathbone from 6th into 5th. They're on the straight. Oh, he's close. Oh! Rathbone didn't almost give him enough space on the inside to make the move, but 4-star's been able to get past now, I think. But there's not going to be a great deal in between them going to the corner. Actually, the side-by-side. Rathbone breaks a little bit later going into the corner.
No, he's timed it perfectly. Good job to Raf.
Wow.
Very well
Yeah,
done. And
he's
actually,
done a
Jay
very-
Wills
that's a
fends
great-
off. Ooh, moment there by 4-star. Murphy now. Is he going to go for it? Or is he going to... That is not what they want to be doing.
No. Massive corner cut by Murphy there. I think he just had to back out because he didn't have the line. Nearly
Yeah,
hit the wall.
Somehow
Subsequently.
AJ did not get past Jay Wills on the straight. I thought he had a cornery car set up, and now he's showing us the straight one. So, I don't know. Amazing pace by Jay Wills. He's far
think,
outperforming what we expected.
Well, AJ's just had a little wobble there as well coming out the last corner, but I think he's keeping ERS at the moment, AJ, as well, and he might have that in mind to allow Jay Wills to maybe defend for a couple of laps purposely, and then he'll have, he knows on the straight he'll be able to really get at him. He's right on his exhaust at the moment. It's whether or not he tries to do it or not. Gets DRS.
Yeah, Seeb's got slightly more than Yogurt at the moment, so... But those two up front will be playing all the tactical cards they have.
Yeah, these two are pulling away at the front and the Jay Wills in third still, 4.6 seconds.
Looks like AJ's got through. It seems that where we thought he was corner cutting might actually just be him knowing what lines you can and can't take.
Potentially.
Now Jay Wills really is using a lot of his ERS here.
He's trying to do it again, he's trying to get back at him.
I think he has, he's got through.
He's done it.
The problem is now, his ERS very low. 4-star looking to get past Raf again, this time he's on the inside, but does not break as late, and again Raf times it perfectly.
So AJ's just had a little wobble out of that corner once again, and Jay Wills did manage to pull away from him a little bit there.
Yeah, with the exception of Yogurt, Flying Dutchman far out-driving being serious so far.
Great driving by Seeb, by the way, as well. He's just stayed at the back of Yogurt, has a good vision of what he's doing. Little connection with the wall there, but it's not going to cause any problems.
Yeah, assuming Yogurt is fastest lap, and actually I'm not too sure who does have it. Current finishing positions, it's a tie on points this race.
Fastest lap is currently Seeb with a 135.4, Yogurt 135.6.
Okay, well, not to commentator's curse, but that does put them 2 points above. If everyone finishes where they are at the moment. So I guess we'll see. I mean, it's this, can AJ get past Jay Wills permanently?
I think, just looking at the car setups there as well, Jay Wills takes such a much wider sweeping corner of turns 2, 3 and 4. Whereas AJ is really tight to the corner, so I think AJ might have a little bit better downforce, or a little bit of a setup that's got more downforce that enables Jay Wills to potentially have the pace on him on the straight. But we're just about to see AJ have a go at him.
4-star up the inside of Raf. Now, Raf does not want to pass him yet, he wants to wait for the DRS line, and he did not wait for the DRS line, so 4-star will get the DRS here. As AJ gets past Jay Wills, and it's all suddenly going downhill for, I've forgotten the name, Flying Dutchman.
AJ times it a little bit better this time as well around the corner. He wanted to get past him a little bit closer to the corner and not allow Jay Wills back past him. Clever by AJ, really. I think he learnt from that last episode on lap 3.
Yep, but our top 2 runners, they're now head and tail. I've completely messed up all English, but they're close on track.
Yeah, Yogurt's just made a little bit of an error, just second from last corner. Not enough of one to worry about too much, but Seeb even closer, nearly even caused contact.
Yeah, now AJ already 1.4 ahead of Jay Wills, and 4-star 1.5 ahead of Raf. And all of a sudden that plus 2 points we talked about has gone, I don't know how negative it's gone for them, but not in the right direction.
You can see from the map on the right hand side now there's a big gap between the front of the pack and the back of the pack. Yogurt taking a hell of a lot of that corner there.
Seeb having a moment, and that moment means is he going to get DRS? No, he's not. It's too far back.
Costly. Bit of a spread now on track, isn't there? No one really near any DRS either. Rathwell making a slight mistake just before the straight, the sweeping spoon.
Yeah. I think unless there's mistakes, then quite likely this has gone very well in the favour of being serious.
Yeah. And that's Yoga, AJ and 4-star, 1, 3 and 5. 2 and 4, Sebe and J Wills of the Flying Dutchman. Well, 2, 4, 6 actually. And 1, 3, 5, 7, yeah. So one team's all odds, one team's all
there we
evens
go.
currently.
And Yoga getting that first position. AJ took him a while, but he gets that third, finishes off the podium. There's J Wills, a very good race by him. Certainly defended well.
Yeah, it was.
Sadly, couldn't quite hold it all the way. Here we go, it's the last driver, comes towards the line.
Good race. I thought it was quite a good standard, that, from all of them. There's not massive amounts at the end of that race for them to all get finished. AJ, clever move, I think, for me, that was the moment of that race. Just held back that little bit longer on the straight to make sure that he got past, and obviously trusted his ability and pace to be able to get away from him from there.
Yeah, there we go. Yoga getting the win this time. Came third last time after getting that penalty. But he'll be happy to be back on top.
J Wills, I hate that track. I thought it was quite a fun race. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, that was good. Wasn't quite as close at the front. So yeah, Sebe did get fastest lap. No, actually, they lost even more points this time than... Wait, I've made a mistake in my... Oh, I know, yeah. They're even more points down this race than the last one. Oh, what am I doing? Trying to do smart spreadsheet stuff and it's not working for me. Ah, what have I done? What?
Ooh, hang on. Nathan's just said they need a big result in the USA, but I believed that the next one was Belgium.
The next one is Belgium. USA's not to the final.
Yeah.
Right, please ignore the noises of my typewriter. Yeah, I make that 18 points difference.
Right, cool.
And that is a lot to come back by.
Yeah, you'd need a clean sweep on the last or some big event to allow you to go. But during the season, as we saw in the academy, with Radio No Rouge partnership, it does take some people every now and again. I think that didn't I get moment or action of the season anyway for academy. Couldn't think of it after we lost pretty much. Well, it was half the track. It all hit the same corner. It was unbelievable, really.
Ooh, it's looking a little bit cloudy. Although, will we see some rain?
It's been sunny all day where I live, and as it happens, it's done the same just outside. Also, it's pretty much exactly the same colour as the screen.
Yeah, well, I know last week I commentated on 6 tracks in the Cone Cup, and none of them qualifying or race had any rain. So, if this one manages that as well, then it'll be up to 9 tracks, qualifying included, in a row, without.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
it doesn't set good stead for the final, does it?
No, yeah, they're gonna have a bit of fun. I reckon.
Really hope the final isn't just
rain.
Yeah. Cut rain, yeah.
At the moment, Sebe down in 3rd. Only really been in a couple of corners so far, so still plenty of time to gain. My experience is the middle sector where you gain or lose all your time. There's a lock-up there. You say it won't rain in Bahrain, but it has been known to happen once before. So while it's extremely unlikely... Oh, as Yoga invalidates on the outside of Rouge, immediately retires. Now, something I considered, I actually never mentioned it to my teammates, was even if you invalidate, don't retire so the other team think the pressure's on.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're letting them know that, you know, they're a bit safer as Sieb gets the fastest middle sector. AJ actually does look to be about half a second back. Although annoyingly there is no timing sheet you can use. It's just look at where they are on track. One shot qualifying is the worst to commentate because you just kind of got to look at the board. But AJ looks like he's got it in the final chicane. Ooh, no, but Sieb gets him right on the line. A couple tenths there.
Close
Joe.
between Murphy and Forster.
Yeah, I don't know where Raf is. Might have gone for a spin somewhere if he's 10 seconds back off the rest of them.
Difference between Murphy and Forster is something like 600ths of a second between them.
Yeah, here you go. Here is your qualifying results. Yeah, 600ths exactly. Although, they are teammates.
Yes, they are. Joe Wills has done well again. So, big run needed by Yoghurt.
Yeah, well, Yoghurt will probably go for a four-driver dive bomb into turn one. And you laugh now, but he'll probably make it work. He might push one driver wide.
Well,
the man is fast, sometimes too aggressive. No, the continuation of no rain. Yeah, it seems likely the win here will go to Sieb. Yoghurt will lose too much.
Sieb, yeah, currently has one win under his belt with the fastest lap in Austria. He came second in Vietnam with Yoghurt winning it. And exactly your shout about Yoghurt, jumps 2 spots immediately.
Yeah, although actually catches another car, loses a bit on the exit. They're not quite able to do anything with it. Jay Wills actually jumped up to second position. Oh, and may have been a bit of contact there by AJ. They're now going 3 wide back there. Oh, and there's contact.
Oh no, there's massive crash. Oh, Murphy has been connected by, I think it was Yoghurt that hit Murphy. Murphy's gone into someone else. I think it's Wills. And
yeah, Yoghurt hit his teammate Murphy, and then Murphy hit Jay Wills, and that has caused big upset there. Now, interestingly, was all caused because Yoghurt hit his teammate. They were going 3 wide down the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, they've got to be really careful there, and I guess I don't know if Yoghurt was squeezed, hit the grass and slid, or what happened, but
I was on board with Yoghurt at the time. He took the Ravion and Oru so much straighter than some of the others. They were weaving from right to left, and I think he just had way more pace, so he went to go on the left hand side before that little right hand kink before the straight, or a part of the straight, and it yeah, ultimately his left tyre, just to say, leaked off left onto the grass. Sorry, just Rathbore getting past 4-star there.
Yeah, because I was on board a driver ahead and I was looking backwards because I saw it was 3 wide, and then I saw the incident unfold. So I did catch it.
Oh, good.
But not on the action cam, sadly. I am sunshine. There's no rain in any race I've done in a long time. I think it might not have been since Monza. In Tier 2. It's certainly been far longer than I would have liked. Wet races are always good fun.
Jay Wills has come into the pits, so that obviously did affect him quite a lot. I don't know if he's going to back out of this or not, but worse news for the Flying Dutchman, of course. Yeah, he's putting some fresh softs on, so he's going to be coming back out. But obviously
AJ
a long way behind.
Closing the gap on Sieb. Really using that slipstream. Yoghurt now at 4 positions. Jay Wills has gone the other way down 4. And 4-star, despite all the people moving around him, is still in his original starting position.
Sieb just locked up a little bit there. Not too bad. He's still got the lead going into Puan. Looks like both the front two have taken that pretty nicely.
Ooh, mistake there by AJ.
I saw that as
Hey,
well.
good job to catch it there.
Just a little wobble, didn't he, when he got on just that bit quick. I think he's certainly trying to put it in to catch Sieb. Sieb with more ERS at the moment, though. I think he'll be quite happy with his 81% against AJ's 56. Got a little bit there to block if he needs it. And I wouldn't discount Yoghurt.
That's a yellow flag. AJ now. I think J Will's made a mistake going wide at Puon. Didn't see the cause of that. This 4-star looks to move up the inside. Go ahead.
I was just about to say AJ got the fastest lap of the race, sorry, just...
And 4-star makes a mistake coming out of the bus stop chicane. Gets on the power too early, spins it, and loses a bit of front wing.
He's gone from 13 seconds behind the leaders, only 3 seconds now behind 4-star after that error. Or 4.5 seconds, sorry.
As AJ keeps setting purple first sectors.
Yeah, AJ's fastest lap was a 1:43.9. The closest other person on the track at the moment is Yoghurt is also 1:43.9. Oh wow, there's about 13,000th difference between the two lap times currently.
Our current point standing, it is going to go to being serious. It's going to need a fairly hefty miracle for the Flying Dutchman to make it. Although you do have to remember that Yoghurt may get penalised for what happened to him, although being it was 3 wide on the Campbell Straight, seems more likely to put down to racing instant. This 4-star gets a couple of seconds.
From what I saw when I was on board with him at the time, I don't think he can do much more. Murphy's literally beside him and he's got one tyre on the grass. It's minimal, but he does look to his side. As I look to my side, you can see both cars on his inside of career into the wall.
Yeah, I mean, well, the only reason you could give him for him not being there was that he should be smart enough to not go for the 3 wide. But actually, I think he had enough overspeed to the point where he shouldn't have to sacrifice that. If there is that gap and he can safely get into it, which, you know, he was there for a good few seconds before the incident happened. I don't really think it was his fault. I think it was a racing incident, or maybe you could blame Murphy for squeezing off his own teammate.
Well, Yoghurt and AJ will be quite happy sitting in behind Sieb, most likely. Rathbo having a good race, by the way. Got considerably behind Yoghurt
and that's
now.
A hefty lock-up by Sieb.
4-star and Murphy accruing penalties, but it's not going to be the biggest difference. Not really within the time frames for it to be in effect. Is Yoghurt going to go for AJ here? He's going to go alongside him. He's going to go on the outside of the turn. Is AJ allowing him to pass?
I think he is.
He might have, you know.
He's got more ERS. He's got more than both the people who's on track in here. I think AJ knows that if anyone can do it, it is going to be Yoghurt. He'll have to go for an absolute send here.
He has got a
but
purple,
also, it'll help him get fastest lap.
Yeah, he's got a purple second sector there, Yoghurt. And he is catching. He's got overtake on, so he's certainly trying to get himself closer to consider that overtake. So he's going to try and use a little bit of the ERS. He's caught him quite a lot going into the final 2 corners. A slight
both these drivers locking up. Seems that both Sieb and Yoghurt just seem to lock up everywhere on this track. So there we go,
fastest lap. 1:43.1 for Yoghurt. Nearly give Sieb a little love tap at the back of turn 1.
And they've already
got all the time and the will to get past him here.
Yeah, already completely ditched AJ. More than the second back to him now.
So it is. So he's going to have DRS, and I think he'll probably get it done here.
Maybe not quite as much ERS as he would have liked. Used a lot of it just to gain that ground back. Ooh.
Oh, they've not allowed each other a great deal of room there. And they've locked wheels. I don't think any got any damage.
No, I didn't see any damage happening. It's certainly just a bit of aggressive wheel-to-wheel racing.
A lot of locking up by the pair of them again there. Sieb, smoke coming off the tyres, but I think Yoghurt did the exact same behind them. Pair of them really pushing the cars here. But it is lap 5 of 5, so big moves needed to be done.
So does someone
Yogurt
want to do the
push in.
maths and tell Yogurt that making it to the end is slightly more important than winning? If he DNFs himself, there is a small
he's
chance.
crashed.
Oh, there we go.
He's missed. He's gone. Yogurt has just slid off the track, and AJ goes back past him. Just lost the back end, pushing it a little bit too hard. I think that was a matter of time, to be honest, from what I can see. I've been on board with Yogurt, and he has been really pushing, but Rathbo, 2 seconds more. Or a 2-second penalty, actually. I think that was his first. There was only 4 stars that were on them.
You're right. Actually, J Wills might get Murphy. Yep, and there we go. He's through.
Has.
We saw the damage from Murphy earlier.
Yeah,
Let's see, comes towards the line.
Yeah, he's gone through Puon, can't turn left.
And AJ and Yogurt really pushed his car there. Didn't make it on the overtake. Some very aggressive wheel-to-wheel racing. I think I'd say none of it's penalisable. But they might not view it that way.
We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see. It could have been that someone's, as a result of Steve not being allowed, Yogurt not being allowed enough room on the left-hand side. Was that at someone's fault? Murphy on the inside, but was he pushed too far to the left? You just don't know until you see the footage, really.
Well, given that it was Murphy who was sandwiched in the middle, I think if anything, it might actually be Jay Wills who pincered. Because he was the one on the far right. If he was trying to think, all right, I'll move over for the.
Well, if he didn't make the right too fast enough, then very potentially. But it just showed though which of the two was probably the better thing to do. The pair of them got damaged. Jay Wills went in to get his fresh wing, came back out and managed to catch Murphy by the last lap. Murphy obviously struggling his way around from all 5 laps, so that was an amazing comeback from Jay Wills to get that. Fair play.
To make that their smallest loss so far, but it is still a loss in terms of points. They lost 6 this one, they lost 8 in the first one, and they lost 10 in the middle one. So actually they haven't done too bad for themselves.
It was a good show. I think it was a good showing from them. They've done themselves proud. Obviously the fact that the Flying Dutchman couldn't get 4 out for the semis is heartbreaking. Obviously that's going to be hard to take, but unfortunately that happens at times. And you just have to accept it. But good performance all the same.
And actually, we want to try and hop into the party of the winning team. I'll ask them if they want to have a quick chat post-race, but yeah, there we go. Sieb doing very well here, getting himself 2 out of 3 of the wins. Yogurt getting that fastest lap by quite a bit. And actually coming from the back of the grid. Yeah, don't know if you're looking, but Jay Wills slightly unhappy about that incident on lap 1.
Right. Well, 4-star came 5th 3 times in a row. There's a 2nd, 3rd and a 2nd for AJ. Yogurt 3-1-3. Jay Wills came 4th and 6th. Sieb, great performance, 1st with a fast lap, 2nd and 1st again. I don't know who got the fast lap actually in that last race, did you see?
It was Yogurt, that flying lap 4.
Right.
I'll see if we've got a response about an interview post-race, but also trying to re-watch that lap 1 3-man wide straight and find it. I'm fairly certain, to be fair, it'll be a racing incident. You're going through wide, you can't expect to be all dandy and happy.
Well, it's 5 lappers and it just feels like you've lost a lot more because your race is over early doors in the race. And that was it is always tough when it's 5 lappers because a big incident like that on quite a long track, it is very tough to take so early on. But yeah, let's see what the stewards say. If it's, I imagine it's going to be submitted by at least 1 or 2 of them. So
yeah, Jay Wills, his language didn't seem particularly happy.
Yeah. Well, you can. It's the Gold Cup, isn't it? You get a bit. It's fine to get a bit overexcited or a bit angered. Just wants to do as well as he can, which is fair play. But I think he's done himself. I think he's done himself justice, Jay Wills. He's fought hard, got 2 fourths, which on paper is maybe where he probably should have been getting if you look at the tiers and the leagues, etc. You know, he couldn't have expected much better than that, considering who he was up against. Siebe, AJ, and Yoga are not slow at all. But I think he's done well. Anyway, I will jump off then. I know that we're going to stay. Are you staying, or are you going to jump off?
No, I will jump off. I'll end the stream, restart the next one for the second semi-final. There's a small chance we end up with an interview. I don't know if any of them said anything about it yet.
Okay.
Just waiting to see. It's looking like not, so I'm just going to assume no. But yeah, you'll see being serious in the final. There's a very small chance that they won't be. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Anything to say?
Being serious in the final. Being serious will be in the final against Team 14 or the Throttle Bottlers. Again, they are going to be racing shortly. So tune in again for that. But no, yeah, thanks for having me, and I'll see you all later.
Yeah, and I'll see you all in 10 minutes. Are you going to be in the second one as well, or not?
Not sure. I'll have a quick look and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, I don't mind either way. I think Jamie's fun last minute. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream now, guys. So thank you for watching, and see you in 10 minutes.